What's up, everybody? Today's video is going to be an 82-0 rebuild with the New Orleans Pelicans. If you have not subscribed already, make sure to do that, and also make sure to like this video. And then in the comment section below, let me know who you think would be the perfect person to put on the Pelicans. Now let's get into it. So right now, the Pelicans team is not too bad, and we're at start today, so we're obviously not going to be able to make any trades, and we're also not going to be able to really do anything this season. So the team's not terrible. Definitely need some work to go 82-0, but it's really not that bad. So I'm going to go see if DeMarcus Cousins is in free agency and if we have enough money to sign him. He is out here. I'm guessing we don't have enough money for him. Let me go see what our cap space situation looks like. We'd have to cut a player if we want to try and sign him anyways. So cap space, it looks like, yeah, we won't have enough money to sign him, so we'll just move on with the season, but I do want to get in some better coaches, so we'll fire Elvin Gentry, and we'll try and bring in Michael Stoffer, and then trainer, we need a better trainer, so we will bring in Christopher Porter. Assistant GM also needs to go out the door, so we will try and bring in Eric Brown, and then assistant coach, let's bring in Otis Newman probably. Okay, so the staff is set, the rotation is set, but can I send players to the G League this late into the season? Let me check. So I can send players to the G League, so I'm probably going to do that with Brandon Ingram and then also with Zion, but we'll see if we can do it with both of them. What did it say? He doesn't want to be sent down, so we'll send Zion down there. Jackson Hayes is down there, so we should be pretty good. I'll finish this season out, and then we'll get into rebuilding more in the offseason. We'll have 3 seasons to do it after this season. So I'll catch you guys at the end of this season. So with the season wrapping up, Giannis did end up winning MVP, as always. Ja Morant Rookie of the Year. These are going to be the same every single time. So we end up with 36 wins, 46 losses. Not going to be good enough to make the playoffs, probably. And we don't have anybody in All-NBA teams. Defensive teams, we have Drew Holiday, which is good on defensive first team. And then rookie teams, nobody on first team or second team. So let's simulate these playoffs. We did not make it. I'll check out the stats quick before we simulate, actually. So Zion, 23 points while he was up with the club, which was not that many games. Brandon Ingram also 23. And then Drew Holiday, JJ Redick, Lonzo Ball. We're going to have to re-sign Brandon Ingram, but we do have his rights, so that's going to be good. And everybody else we pretty much have except for a couple people that don't matter too much. So I'll simulate this playoffs and we'll see who wins the championship and then we can move on. We're going to try and keep Zion this whole video. There's no point in trading Zion. Hopefully keep Brandon Ingram, but I am going to look at moving him if I need to. Kawhi Leonard wins Finals MVP as the Clippers are the NBA champions. So let's get into the offseason. And I want to see if we can make some moves for some draft picks maybe. But it would be kind of hard to do that. Let's go to the draft lottery and see where all the picks fall. We should have a decent pick. We're projected 12th, and it stays at 12, so that's fine. Do we have any other picks? We do not, but we have some Lakers picks in the future, which are going to be nice. Staff signing's good. CFO, we'll try and bring in Logan Mills. We got him. We're good. Let's go to the draft. And I'm going to look at trading some of our players that we have here, like, don't need Darius Miller. If we could get a pick in the future or pick in this draft somehow, I'll do that. 2022 first round pick. That's not bad. A 2020 first round pick, 27. I have to give up a second round pick. You know, I'm probably going to do that one, actually. It's still a first round pick in this year's draft, nonetheless. So let's do that. Let's do that trade here. And let's also go and probably trade Josh Hart. I'm not that big on Josh Hart. We could bring in a 2021 first, but we'd have to send out a first. It's Hawks top 10 protected. Couple firsts here from the Thunder. 2021 first. We'll do that from Portland, and we'll just go to our pick now. See who's there at 12. And we got 21 trade offers. Let's see what those look like. We got Matisse Thybulle, Kevin Love, Romeo Langford, Zubac. Buddy Hield, Mitchell Robinson. We'd have to re-sign Mitchell Robinson, so I don't think I want to do that right now. Jarrett Allen, what's his contract? He's on the last year of his deal as well. Not going to be doing that. TJ Warren, that's an interesting one. Just because we could use him to trade somebody, but D'Angelo Russell, wow, we'd have to give up next year's first, but D'Angelo Russell's not bad. He'd be around for the entire video and we could flip him if we would need to. I think I might do that trade. John Wall, but I don't want to pay him that much. D'Angelo Russell's contract isn't too bad. We'll do this. We're also bringing in Jake Layman. And we have, I think, a second round. Oh, no, we have the 27th pick. Oh, this might be in the second round. I'm not even sure where I'm at. But Scotty Lewis is here. Killian Hayes is still here. How is Killian Hayes here? How do they have him so low? Josiah James. We'll go with Killian Hayes, I guess. And we'll get out of the draft. Well, we have another pick, too. Who's here at 39 or 40? Aaron Neesmith, Matthew Hurt from Minnesota. Well, he went to Duke, but he's from Minnesota. Sharif O'Neal, sure. This draft class is probably not very good. Probably not realistic. Probably have to try. I'm still trying to find the perfect one. I'm going to sign all these guys because we're going to be able to trade them if we want to. So, team player options, we don't have any. And qualifying offers, we're going to extend it to Brandon Ingram, Kenrich Williams, and Frank Jackson. Zylan Cheatham, he can go out the door. And now in free agency, we don't have enough money for Anthony Davis. But who do we need to get? Who do we need to bring back? We need to bring back Brandon Ingram, so I'll probably just simulate until Brandon Ingram accepts a deal. We're not going to renounce our rights on him. He's prepared to accept an offer from the Knicks, and we will match that. It's about $30 million a year. And then we'll renounce the rights on Derek Favors. I don't want to bring Derek Favors back for $25 million. And now, who can we sign out here? JaVale McGee, could we bring him in? We'll try and offer him that. And he is signing. Now, Fred VanVleet. We can't afford Fred VanVleet. Basically, can just afford minimum contracts. So that's what we're going to try and do here. DeMarre Carroll, Bazemore, Moore, Carroll all come to the team. And I think we're pretty much good. So let's get out of free agency. Let's go to player progression. Let's see how Zion looks after spending the last part of the year in the G League. He's up to an 89. We got B.I., D'Angelo Russell, Lonzo Ball, Drew Holiday, Jackson Hayes, JaVale McGee. I should have traded Drew Holiday already. I kind of forgot to do that. So I'll send some players to training camps, and then we'll get into some trading before year number 1. So we have 20 players on the roster currently, and we can only bring 15 into the season, I believe. So we're going to have to get rid of some people. And I want to probably trade Drew Holiday here anyway, so that's fine. So we'll trade Drew, and we'll throw like Etuan Moore with him. See if we can get anything nice on the trade block. Tobias Harris and Shake Milton. Tobias Harris wouldn't be bad for like, oh wow, the first round pick glitch is happening again. Okay, let's try this again. Drew Holiday and Etuan Moore. Yeah, now we have different options. Karis LeVert, he's on a cheap deal and he wouldn't be too bad. We'd have to trade Taurean Prince because I don't want to pay him that much money. We could do this, I think. And now we will trade away Taurean Prince, and we'll throw him with like Jake Layman maybe. And we'll see what we can get for those guys out here on the trade market as well. There's just not a lot. I mean, everybody's making money. We'll do this for Danny Green, then we'll trade Danny Green away with somebody. And I'm just trying to get the roster cut down. We'll throw Kenrich Williams with him. And just try and save some money while we're at it too. Maybe get a pick. Corey Joseph, that saves us a little bit of money. How many people on the roster now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I brought back less people, I promise you. Let's try and trade away some of these young players. We'll throw Sharif O'Neal, Cheatham. I didn't want to bring Cheatham back anyways. Mike Scott in a first round pick. Max Struss in a first round pick. Bruno Fernando in a first round pick deal. All right, we need to get rid of one more player. So let's try and trade 2 for 1. Maybe like Caleb Wesson and Frank Jackson. Actually, no. Let's throw Corey Joseph because he makes $12 million. Bielitsa and Kenrich Williams, I guess. And then we have to trade somebody again still because I brought back 2 players, which I wasn't thinking about. So Kenrich. And, okay, Kenrich, there are some picks there for Kenrich, so maybe we'll do those if those are the best option. All right, those are the best option. We'll do that. Let's get into the season now, finally, and see what the game plan looks like. So D'Lo, Karis LeVert, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Jackson Hayes, Lonzo Ball. What's Zion's contract? So he'll be around on $13 million and less for the rest of the rebuild, which is good. Jackson Hayes will also be here on cheap money, but he's going to spend this year in the G League. We got Lonzo Ball, who I could trade because he's on the last year of his contract. So we'll probably trade Lonzo here, and then maybe Bielitsa. We'll throw in some a second round pick and see what we can get for those two. Kobe White would be an interesting player to bring in. He'd be around on really cheap money. Colin Sexton would not be around in the last season. We'd have to try and bring him back, but he would also be really interesting. Clint Capella would be around. Then we'd have Kevin Huerter, Rudy Gobert. I think Clint Capella is not a bad option because he is so cheap. Domantas Sabonis is actually pretty cheap as well. Let's see, Sabonis is making 19 in the last year. Oh, DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray's not bad either. I think I like DeJounte Murray the most there. What are we throwing up, though? 2 second-round picks, Lucas Amanek. We'll send out Lonzo Ball. We'll do that. And DeJounte Murray is going to run shooting guard or D'Lo. D'Lo's going to run shooting guard. Murray's going to run point guard. That'll be a good pairing there because that's some defense and some offense. We got defense. Jackson Hayes is going to be in the G League. Who else needs to be traded before we get into season number 1? I'm just looking for people on one-year deals. Kent Bazemore's on that minimum. Nico Melli's on that minimum. We'll see if we can get a first-round pick for them or something. Otherwise, like just a decent player or something. Terrence Ferguson on a 2022 first. I wouldn't be against doing that. Sure, we'll do that. We're throwing in a couple seconds, but it's fine. Frank Jackson. You know what? Let's go try and get a first-round pick from a specific team. AKA the Detroit Pistons, because this pick is always so good. Okay, let me do this quick. This Lakers first next year, and then also this Pelicans first next year, and then also this Thunder first in 2022. And I will give you back like Quetta, and you have to give me back like your cheapest player, Jordan Bone. And maybe I'll give you also like this 2023 pick swap and 2025 pick. Is that enough? Finally is enough. We got the Pistons first round pick. Let's try and get the Bulls first round pick as well. Let's see what they want for that. I'm not going to overpay for that one because I kind of just overpaid for the other one. They want Jackson Hayes and Karis LeVert. I don't want to do that. Killian Hayes and our first with a swap. I would give them Killian Hayes and you can keep Chandler Hutchinson. Okay, they'd have to give me back a player that makes like $1 million. So give me back like Makoka. And then I don't want to pick swap though. I want to give you this 2022 Clippers first. And I want you to give me your 2021 first. And what are we going to be able to build around that? I'll throw you a bunch of second round picks. It's probably not going to be enough, but we'll try it out. And we'll also try and give them like Nikhil Alexander Walker, I think. They need 1 million sent back to me. So we'll throw in, a cheap player over here like Max Struss. And they agree to that. So now we have 4 first-round picks in this draft. Bulls, Pistons, Lakers, and Trailblazers, which is going to be pretty nice. I'm going to go and send Jackson Hayes to the Erie Bayhawks, and then probably like, who else could I send down there? Bruno Fernando can probably go there. We have to sign somebody in free agency though. So who's out here in free agency? Terrence Davis. Could we afford Terrence Davis? No, we could not. Let's try and get somebody that's not terrible. Juan Toscano Anderson, negotiated contract with him. Let's throw him at a minimum. He accepted. Okay. And now we should be able to send like Bruno Fernando down to Erie. And we're good. So let's set the rotation here. We got D'Lo and DeJounte Murray, Brandon Ingram, Zion, JaVale McGee, and then Karis LeVert, Lucas Amanek, Terrence Ferguson, Frank Jackson, and Jordan Bone. Yeah, that should be good. Let's set the system and then let's simulate this season. So pace and space is 3 stars. 7 seconds is actually 3.5. So we'll run 7 seconds. I'll simulate season number 1. or number 2 technically, and we'll see how good this team is. So season number 2 wrapped up, and we finished with 50 wins. Here are the awards if you guys do care. LaMelo Ball did win Rookie of the Year. And yeah, so we don't have any awards there. Do we have anybody in any All-NBA teams? First team, no. Second team, also no. Also no for third team. Defensive teams, we do not. And then rookie teams, we also do not. So let's get into the playoffs. We did make the playoffs as the 4 seed. We'll check out these stats quick before we do that. Zion averaged 22 and 10. Really good stuff from him. D'Lo averaged 20 and 7. B.I. 18, Karis LeVert 12, DeJounte Murray 10 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Really good from our point guard there. I think we're good enough to make some do some damage in the playoffs, honestly. And we lose in 7 to the Denver Nuggets, which is unfortunate. But Golden State goes on to win the championship, and Steph Curry is the Finals MVP. I haven't seen that a lot, honestly, which is kind of surprising, but it's time to get into the draft lottery, see where these Pistons and Bulls pick fall. I'm excited for this lottery. We are projected the number 1 pick from Detroit, the number 6 pick from Chicago, and then the number 11 pick from Los Angeles. The Lakers didn't even make the playoffs. Did they lose Anthony Davis? All right, so we got 4, we got 5, we got 11, and we also got 23, and that's it. So let's get out of this. Let's see, do we have to sign anybody? We need to get a scout. We'll sign Eldon Stewart, hopefully. He probably won't come to the team. I'll just let them sign somebody for me. Don't care too much about my scout, to be honest. So, at the draft, I want to see what we can get for the first 2 picks, what we could throw out there. Just RJ Hampton and Seth Curry. All right, we'll just take some people. So, let's go to our pick and see who's there. We got Evan Mobley here. Who else is available? All right, so it looks like Evan Mobley and Josh Christopher are the best options. Terrence Clark also doesn't look too bad. He's got 9 badges. Maybe we'll go with Terrence Clark, and then we'll also go with, at 6, we'll go with Evan Mobley. And we'll get to our next pick, which is 11. And at 11, we're going to be taking Usman Garuba. And then we have one more pick, I believe. Yep, it's 23. And at 23, we're going to take Chad McKinney. Don't even know if that's a real person. Let's get out of the draft, and let's see how good our rookies are going to be for us. So Clark is a 77, Mobley's a 78, Garuba's a 74, McKinney's a 63. I don't want him. So we'll accept the other 3. And team player option, Zion's going to get his team option accepted, of course. Jackson Hayes also, and then Lucas Amanek, we'll accept his. And now we should be able to get into free agency. Sure, we'll extend qualifying offers to these guys. And we're not going to have any money for like Giannis or anything, but I do want to look at the roster and just see what we have going on. Because Brandon Ingram does make $28 million and D'Angelo Russell makes 30. So if I could somehow trade them for something cheaper, something better, something along those lines, I wouldn't be against it. But it's probably not going to happen. I don't really see anything out here for Brandon Ingram that's worth doing. I mean, I guess like Shea. And we could try and re-sign Shea for that final year. But that would just be a lot of money. We'd be over the cap a lot. D'Angelo Russell. If I throw in like 2 first-round picks, do we have anything out here for D'Lo? Get Jaylen Brown, who's cheaper. Also Theo Maledon. It's actually not too bad. Jaylen Brown's probably going to progress just as well as D'Angelo Russell, so I would be interested in doing that one. Jamal Murray's also out here, but he makes more than D'Lo. Malcolm Brogdon, he makes $21 million. We'd also get TJ Warren. We'd have to send out Bruno Fernando, which would be kind of a big blow, but Brogdon as a shooting guard, $21 million. How much was Jaylen Brown making? $24 million. I think we'll do this trade. But we'll try, yeah, we'll just do this trade. Okay, I think that's probably pretty good. I don't see anybody else we have to trade away. But I'll look at trading Brandon Ingram again. We'll throw in these 2 second-round picks, and we'll see what happens. I mean, honestly, like, yeah, Shea, this trade is interesting. It's super interesting. But, like, Do I think we could bring him back? I mean, we could always try and trade him too, but let me look at the cap space and see if it even makes sense to trade him. Because I doubt we're going to be able to sign anybody. Yeah, we're not going to be able to sign anybody if we trade Brandon Ingram. So we're going to keep Ingram. And let's just go try and fill out some nice pieces now during free agency then. Like Lou Williams, we could bring him in and then trade him away. Bielitsa, we can maybe bring him in. One of those two. Looks like we might have got both of them. Nope, we're going to just get Lou Williams. Let's try and bring in Darren Collison on a minimum. And like Ilyasova on a minimum as well. Oh, Terrence Ferguson. We'll bring him back because we can trade him away. So Collison we got. Ferguson we're going to sign. All right, we're good in free agency. Let's go to player progression. Let's see how everybody looks. See how the guys that spent time in the G League look, because that's going to be pretty interesting. And it's going to help us out a lot. Zion's a 93. BI is an 88. DeJounte Murray is an 87. Jaylen Brown's an 87. Jackson Hayes is up to an 86. Karis LeVert's an 80. Evan Mobley's a 78. Karis LeVert's going to get traded, I think. Evan Mobley's a 78. Maladin's a 78. So those two are going to probably run in the G League for me this season. Terrence Clark is a 77. That's good to see. Garuba's probably going to get traded because he has value, and he's probably not going to have a spot in this team. Send some people to training camps, and we'll get into this season. So we have 19 players, and we can only bring in 15. So again, I have way too many players. So McKinney, he's probably just going to have to get cut or something. But we'll try and trade away like Lou Williams with like Garuba and see if we can get anything. Kevin Porter Jr. is not bad. I want to get somebody that's probably going to be around on just cheap money. Christian Wood isn't cheap, but we could trade for him, I guess. Trey Jones, Malik Beasley, Buddy Hield. He's not very cheap, but his contract is going down. Let's bring in Kevin Porter Jr. and Willie Cauley-Stein, actually. And then we'll try and flip Willie Cauley-Stein with, like, JaVale McGee, probably. Actually, we'll keep Willie Cauley-Stein for now. We'll do JaVale McGee and, like, Ersan Ilyasova. Just try and get, like, a pick and a young player, or maybe just a pick. Okay, Elfruk, well, Aminu makes $10 million. Let's try and do something else. There's not a lot out here, actually. We could bring in Terrence Ross, but he's on a 2-year deal. We'll do Elfruk Aminu because he is on a 1-year deal. And we're going to have to trade away, like, we'll do Aminu, Frank Jackson, see if we can get anything. Patrick Beverly and a pick. Windler and a pick saves us some money. Is that enough to get into the season? We need 2 more players gone. So I'm going to just try and cut Makoka, I think. And then we'll try and make one more trade. So we'll trade away like Jordan Bowen and Darren Collison. Is there somebody that makes more money that we need to get rid of anyways? Terrence Ferguson and Jordan Bowen, maybe. First round pick and Patrick Beverly, a first round pick and Chris Boucher. I'm good with that one. Let's get into the season. So what the rotation would look like right now, the starting lineup is super good. The defense, the backups need a little bit of help, but we're going to send some people to the G League. So Mobley's going down to the G League, and then Theo Maledon will also go to the G League. And then off the bench, we need a point guard off the bench, really. So we'll trade like Willie Cauley-Stein or Chris Boucher for that. Devontae Graham, he kind of got a bag. But this would save us money if we flipped Kelly Olynyk. I think I might do the Devontae Graham one. And then we will try and trade away Kelly Olynyk while we're at it. Jake Layman in a first, okay. I do want to make sure Terrence Clark is in the lineup, though. Clark over Samanik, and we should be able to get into this season, so I will catch you guys at the end of season number 1, and we'll see how good this team is. I'll catch you guys at the end of season number 3, and we will see how good this team is. So we're improving, which is good, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Like, we just won 63 games. How are we going to get 82 next year? Here are the awards if you guys do care about any of them. I don't see any Pelicans, but I see a former Pelican win Most Improved Player in LA. Quinn Snyder's Coach of the Year. They also won 63 games. Here are the awards. I'm not seeing any Pelicans. We got DeJounte Murray on defensive second team. And rookie team, we don't have anybody. I'm surprised that somebody's not on there. But let's simulate the playoffs and let's see what happens. I guess we should check out the stats quick first, though. So Zion averaged 23, Brandon Ingram 19, Jaylen Brown only 14, so he might be getting traded because that's not good enough. DeJounte Murray 12, Devontae Graham 11. Not too bad. We're probably going to run a 9-man rotation next season too, just to try and get as good as we can. But we're going up against the Lakers, and we're up 2-0, 3-0, and we do sweep them. Time to go up against Golden State, who has Steph, Anthony Edwards, Andrew Wiggins, Eric Pascal, and Alex Len. So they don't have Klay Thompson anymore, which is good for us. And we end up winning in 6. Time to go up against Luka and the Dallas Mavericks. We lose in 5, and they end up winning the championship. Luka's Finals MVP, averaging 32 points, 15 rebounds, and 15 assists in the finals. Luka's so OP in this game. It's kind of sickening, honestly. Let's go to the draft. I don't think we have any picks. So we had 1 pick in the draft, and I didn't even make it. This guy, 62 overall, I'm not going to pay him to come to the team. We're going to accept team options on everybody here. And yeah, this should be a good season. We're going to have everybody healthy, ready to go, up from the G League. Free agency, we're not going to have like any money, but let's see who's here. Okay, we're going to offer him that. Okay, he's agreeing. We're renouncing our rights on Jake Layman, sure. Okay, so we got Daniel Gafford to come to the team. We'll try and get Julian Washburn as well, and we should be good. So we're good there. Let's go to player progression. Let's see how everybody looks. I wonder how many 90s this team's going to have, because we already have quite a few guys that were close. So we got 1, 2, and then Jackson Hayes is close. DeJounte's close. Jaylen Brown's close. Evan Mobley is close. Theo Maledon's an 85. All right, team's good. Let's get into training camps. I'll send a couple guys, and then I'll meet you guys at the beginning of the season. So if we started the season right now, this is how the team would look, and I like this team a lot. But there can be work to be done, because we have some people with some trade value down here who aren't going to get minutes, so might as well trade them and try and improve. Devin Booker would be an upgrade over Jaylen Brown. We'd bring in Scotty Barnes as well. I think we'll go with Devin Booker here. And then we're going to try to trade... I'm going to look at trading like Lucas Amanek with... Jackson Hayes, and see if we can get anything. We got some picks here too. Clint Capella, Bam. Do I like Bam more than Jackson Hayes? I like Tyler Hero more than Karis LeVert. Shea. Okay, we'll go with Bam and Tyler Hero. Okay, we got that trade done. I'm not trading him unless the player absolutely blows me out of the water, though, and none of these trades are really doing that for me. Maybe we'll get rid of Barnes and we'll throw in like Graham. Could that bring me in like something really good? Chris Middleton. I need a point guard. De'Aaron Fox. I could get De'Aaron Fox cheaper than that, I believe. Shea. All right, let's go back. Let's go see what the team needs. So starting lineup is set. And then off the bench, we got a center, a solid point guard, and then we could upgrade everywhere else. So if I could get like a power forward and maybe like a small forward or a shooting guard. So let's make some magic with like Graham, Kevin Porter Jr., first round pick, and also Jonas Valanciunas. I think that's a move, and we'll either run Valanciunas as a power forward or we'll run Evan Mobley as a power forward. So Valanciunas, power forward, is an 89. Mobley is a 90. We'll run Mobley there. And we might actually look to trade Valanciunas right now with like Scotty Barnes and a first round pick. See if there's anything. It's not really looking like it. Marvin Bagley wouldn't be too bad. Spencer Dinwiddie also wouldn't be bad. Oh, Jaylen Brown, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We'll go with Shai. Okay, so the team is filling out really nicely. We basically just need like a small forward or a center. So we have like Tyler Hero, Daniel Gafford to try and do that for us. First round pick too. Kobe White. I guess we could do this and try and flip PJ Washington. So we'll take PJ and we'll throw this pick and this pick with him. So even to get like Matisse Thybulle and run him at a small forward, I guess. That would probably help the bench a little bit. Small forward, he goes up to an 84. So I think that's a better option because we had too many power forwards off the bench. And yeah, I think this team is going to be good enough probably to win us a championship and hopefully go like get at least like 75 wins. So let's check out the system quick. 7 seconds is 4 stars. Balance is also 4 stars. So is perimeter centric. I think I like balance the most. Let's go see if we have the best coach for this or if we need to sign somebody. So Trent Peterson is out there. He's not as good as Michael Stafford, though. Michael Stafford's the best coach. I think we're good. I'll simulate this season number 3. We'll see how many wins we can get. So I will catch you guys at the end of this season. So the season did wrap up and we ended up with 77 wins, 5 losses, which is like my second best record, I'm pretty sure, other than the 80-2 record that I got with that Celtics one, which was ridiculous. If you guys haven't watched that, make sure to go back and watch that video. But here are the awards. Amani Bates wins Rookie of the Year. Terrence Clark, Most Improved. I think we had him, but we traded him away. But I could be wrong. Coach of the Year goes to Michael Stafford, as it should. Best record in NBA history. Anybody in All-NBA first team or second team? Second team, we got Zion. And that's it for All-NBA teams. DeJounte Murray makes defensive first team. And that's it. Evan Mobley makes rookie first team. He's a 93 overall. All right. So let's go check out the stats quick. So Zion's 23 points. Booker's 21.5. Shea 17. Brandon Ingram 14. He just got shoved so far down the totem pole. Bam Adebayo 13. Mobley 13. DeJounte Murray is our starting point guard. 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and 12 points. This team is good. We should be able to win the playoffs. We probably should sweep our way through the playoffs. So let's go look at, I want to go look at how many 90s we have quick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 90s, and we could probably even get 8 if we went Theo Maledon as a shooting guard. He goes up to 89 actually, so we could not. So we had 7. But we're going up against Memphis now in the first round. And they have John Morant, Bradley Beal, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Clark, and Jaren Jackson Jr. This is a good team. Let's simulate this round. We're up 2-3. We sweep them anyways. Time to go up against Houston. See how we do against Houston. And we end up winning that one 4-0. And now against Phoenix, 4-0 as well. And 3-0 against the Bulls. Let's simulate. And we do win it all, 4-0. We swept our way through the playoffs, so including the regular season playoffs, 93-5, which is a really crazy record when you think about it. That's almost 100 games, and you only lost 5 of them. Zion wins Finals MVP. This team was crazy, man. I enjoyed building this one a lot because I kept the 2 main players on this team, which is good because I didn't just trade away everybody. But yeah, this one was super fun, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and also like the video and drop a comment in the comment section below. And watch some of my old videos too. Watch them all the way through. That stuff really helps me out, so I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope you do enjoy this and decide to stick around for a while because I'm having fun making these, and I hope you guys are having fun watching them. But other than that, it's been TKE. It's been real. Peace out.